Hello, hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the new reading, today's reading. I'm planning to do this quite a while ago, about a month. First, I thought I'm gonna do it 888 Iron Skate, but then the opportunity didn't, arrive, or the time wasn't right, and so today I'm taking the opportunity to do the reading for you. And this reading actually appeared when I was clearing out and reconnected with my crystals. Like time to time I do that I go through them and organize them. And then somehow I was just thinking, well, I don't know, somehow I felt connected with the Carnelian group of crystals what I got. And I thought, oh, that would be great, reading crystals and, like whatever they have to say. And therefore, I wrote down the script. So if you see me like looking like this, like, notes and trying to understand my own doctor's handwriting, then you know what it is. Because I channeled some of the messages before to work with the crystals and what the main message is. I've done that work before. And then I do on-camera shuffling as well to clarify the main message and so on. So you know how it works. I introduce you to the crystals and then you will choose the one that attracts you the most. If there is more than one, then choose more than one. But you have to use your own judgment to know if it is the reading for you. But because it's general and public reading and not the personal one, then you just need to use your own intuition to take the messages what resonate and what does not, let it go. So yeah, you use your own judgment, whatever you take on from this reading. So Carnelian is actually activating the base chakra, feeling like, safe and secure within yourself, but I add it because it brings out 4 astrological signs: Cancer, Leo, Scorpio and Taurus. So I kind of divided and I've created their own chapter for each, although overall it's about safety, feeling safe within your environment, within your body. But each of the crystals bring a little bit extra. And also the Carnelian carries a vibration, number 5 and 6. So which is like, number 5 is change and challenges, or challenges and change. Because every challenge brings the change, because you have to react or take action or something like that. And 6 is like we always strive for harmony and make things work for us. The topics of the reading is what the message of the Carnelian actually is happiness, self-esteem, emotional warmth, physical vitality, courage, rebirth, harmony, grounding, sociability, and past life recall. So the groups today, it's funny because, like the first time I wrote it, it was one way. The second time, yesterday when I was preparing, was another way, and today there was a little mix-up. So the groups as they are now is number 1, this crystal. It's a beautiful big sphere, so you can see the colors. The number 1 choice. And the tarot deck, I can show you the back of the tarot deck. I don't want to reveal the card itself, because I want you to use your intuition by looking at the crystal and the back of the card. So, and also the number 1 maybe will resonate. Yeah, so this is the crystal. And this one is the back of the tarot card deck, what goes with it. The second one is this teeny tiny little piece of Carnelian. It's fair as well, but significantly smaller. And the back of the tarot deck is this. So this one and that is number 2. Number 3 is this Carnelian. Actually, I think this was my second. I think the smaller one, what was number 2, this was the second Carnelian what I actually bought for myself. It's interesting, kind of a bean shape. And the back of the card is this. So this and that. And the 4th is this piece of Carnelian. Absolutely gorgeous. Heart shape. And I think it's the biggest one what I have at the moment. When I saw it in the shop, I was like, I must have it. Yeah, it spoke to me. But so if it speaks to you now, choose this one. And the back of the deck of the tarot deck is this one. So this one and that one. So your choice. I'll show you them one more time and then I proceed to the readings. And yeah, let's do this. So number 1, reminder. This. Number 2, this combination. Number 3, this combination. And number 4. Oh, okay. This combination. Alright, so make a choice and the timestamps will be down below the description box. I also might do the notes what I have here written previously. If I have enough space, write that down as well. But I haven't decided that yet, so I have to, figure it out later. But yeah, see you at your timestamp, and I start with group number 1. Hello, group number 1s. The people who chose this Carnelian piece and that tarot deck, which is the Art Nouveau tarot deck. I will put all the decks what I use down below the list, but yeah, this is your reading. So your reading is all about, this is a pre-shuffle messages, and your sign, astrological sign, what comes up with this choice is Taurus, which is grounding energy and physical vitality, and really works with the base chakra. Although Carnelian is all about base chakra, but this one, especially when I was channeling the messages, is like being grounding, being in the nature, and build on the physical vitality and energy. So when I was shuffling the cards and asking where you are at your journey, and I used the big arcana of the tarot to see where you are at the cycle, because you know that it starts with the Fool, which is 0, and it finishes with the World when the cycle is complete. So you are at the moment at the Hierophant stage, and the Hierophant tells me that it deals with beliefs and values, and because the chakra, because you got the base chakra, is about home, so beliefs about the home, shelter and safety, warmth. So pretty much what you're going through at the moment is like evaluating the beliefs what you have about, or creating the beliefs about home, about your shelter, safety, nurturing yourself, and warmth. And Taurus actually is very much about, you know, like being in your environment, creating a warm and cozy nest for yourself, and as well as nurturing. Like Taurian people, they definitely like to their food and feed themselves. So yes, it's a beliefs what nurture the most, what shelter you, what gives you warmth and safety. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So the next thing is the water. I don't know what happened. Perhaps, just give me one moment. I will go and get the glass of water. That's much better. I have no idea what just happened. So maybe there is some needs what you have to express, whoever. So anyway, the sun is talking about being grounding because it's the earth energy, and the sun being you. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Oh, it really hasn't happened during the reading. Maybe I should add a throat chakra for that one, but it's really like a tickle and it's not going anywhere. All right. Is it calmed down? Sorry about that. So anyway, speak your truth. And that's number one. Have you communicated a lot? Are you using your throat chakra? I don't have the chakra cards with downstairs here with me. They're all upstairs. So anyway, I continue what I got, but I think it's also important to pay attention to the spoken words or the thoughts what you have, or anything to do with communication. Much better now. I think that was the message, but whoa, that was something different. So let me try to continue. I'm so sorry. I can't do anything about it. So Earth, Sun. It's about the Earth and, you know, physical reality and the water. And this guy is taking a pictures of water. Maybe I have to like drink more water or something, because it's like when you hold a thought or energy, the idea is that you hold a thought and energy, and the vibration and the thought is it changes the molecules of the water and the crystallizing, and you know he takes a photo of that. I need to get more water. I don't know, guys, what's happening, but that's interesting. Can we do this reading or not? I don't know. Let's see. I have a go. And okay. So, home, safety, nurturing, warmth, beliefs about that. In the Earth Sun, be yourself and follow your own path, shine your light. The thing is also, without the sun, there is no life. Without you, there is no life. Like, if you exist to be, then everything is gone. So it's just be the sun. So, the next thing is the fairy realm, the messages. Because I felt like, connected with the earth, and I've been a lot in my local park, with the trees, with the leaves, with the water. Just kind of like connecting with the earth and working with crystals as well. That's the thing. But for you, the message is, once, and that's the card what you got, and once was innocent. Knowledge means change. So things are changing for you in your own home environment, in your own nurturing habits, in your own beliefs, the way you receive and give warmth, and the way you think about the safety. Now like there is some information what is revealed to you that you have a better knowledge about, and see how the things truly are, because you have additional information. So you have to make a decision what you're gonna do about it, because more you will change your perspective. You need to accept the situation and yourself and others as they are, not trying to fit them in the square box and act socially what society wants for you. The patterns. As long as you do no harm or cause ill or any pain to anyone, everything is okay. So you need to use your judgment that you are still respecting those around you, the situations, but still following your heart and your own path. And accept other people doing the same. So that's what I got from that. And then the next one is Fawn. There's significant change coming to your way, because Fawn is actually heralding a change coming on your way. Also, it significantly highlights your financial or career change. There's something what needs to change, and it is coming. So that's why the phone is here to tell. But normally it's a positive one, but positive, negative, but the outcome is there. It steers you the direction where you need to go. Now the last of the pre-shuffled reading is your guides. One is animal guide and another one is fairy guide. And you have Lady Beetle, and luck is on your side. Lady Beetle brings on the fire element, which is all about your spirit and how you feel, how you thrive, where the thrive comes from, and what you want to do in your life. Then the message what the Lady Beetle brings is never lose the childlike sense of wonder. Because often when you think you have to grow up, you know what I mean? But somehow you lose ability with that. You lose ability to dream or create. So, and create the lucky situations where you can take what resonates with you and what works for you. So follow your fire, find your inner child, and yeah, how will I say, sense of wonder, like wonderment, that you go and explore, because you find new pathways when you actually explore different ways to be or do or something new, like not stuck in a thought pattern that this is how it should be, and because society kind of like dictates that to you. But yeah, so Lady Beetle or Lady Bird, if you see them, it's always known that you can make a wish, and it will be granted. Don't tell anyone what you wish for, because people. Why I'm saying that is because other people, they may get jealous, or they're just being negative, and they kind of destroy the beauty what you have within your soul if you express that. And often it happens. So it's better to keep things for yourself, what you dream of and what you want to do, and only maybe discuss these things with the people you know that they have your back, who support you 100%. Like, but sometimes it's better to keep it everything to yourself. So Lady Beetle is your spirit guide helper. So maybe read up more about them. And finally, the pre-shuffled messages, I have the Smith, the fairy guide for you. And the Smith says that the message is bond, promises, and creation. Yeah. So it is a child where, like thinking and creating something, or any kind of creating, from your soul center. And it says, think about, and it also a lot about relationship promises and relating to other people, not just one person, but other people, because any person you have some sort of a connection, it is already a relationship. I don't know, sometimes I think that people freak out about word relationship, but if you're already in connection, you're already relating, and it is relationship. Friendship is a relationship, brother sister relationship, lovers relationship. So I think people should maybe re-evaluate the word relationship. Like this, water has relation to, I don't know, the salt, and then they react. Chemical relationship. So anyway, my point is being that although the cards, the author talks about relationship, one another, but I think it's like anything what you, in my interpretation and my understanding, that think about what you are promising to do in life, to achieve before you commit to your promise, and make sure you truly actually want to commit to it. Because if you don't, and you do it, if it's really what you want to do and not because you have to, then you will keep your promise. But if it's something that you think that you have to, then most likely you will not keep that commitment and the promise. So that's something to think about. It's about your home, your safety, your beliefs, to follow your own path, to face the change, what's coming when you're changing your ways, and also because you're changing and transforming due to the extra knowledge what you have gotten, and you forge your way, you make your life according to that. And Taurus is a lot to do, spending time nurturing, building the nest for yourself, safety, and definitely you have to speak it out, because now I'm having again like, oh my god, I need to do the water, and I'm taking another sip. Never happened in the reading before. I mean, not on camera. Other readings, yes, but not on camera. Not that bad. So real blockage here. I'm gonna clarify the
Hierophant.
with that one, with extra tarot. It's a minor arcana. Let's see where the change is taking place. What is the areas? I get 3. Extra information for Brooklyn. Okay. Right. Alright. It's to do like the lack mentality, that you don't have enough, or financial thing, that, or physical poor health, and you're building up your strength in a physical plane, but also like financial security, because we're talking about home security, but also safety, nurturing your body, the way, and the warmth. But you're coming from feeling that it's not quite there, you're feeling insecure, you don't feel enough nurtured, but now you're actually looking what you are achieved so far, what you're working towards, and what's the next step. But it's kind of like a wishy-washy, because you go in, you can't keep the commitment, because Knight of Wands is quite, it goes in, it goes out, it's a kind of player, you know, like test it out, but still it's kind of like that, you know, like the major I think you're testing out different ways of being, and what really brings you that safety and shelter and nurtures your soul. But first thing, what I believe, is to change your belief about abundance, that your life is abundant and not a lack, that you don't lack anything, everything what you need is provided. If you believe so, and if you are open-handed and create and, you know, dream and forge the situation the way, then some opportunities for you to grow and have what you need is there. But I think the stability within the with these action cards, in and out energy, is what is causing trouble. I think you need to establish staying focused. I look what is on the bottom of the deck. It's like a past memories, past. It's just a life lesson for you, and things what has happened in the past, not as well. So yeah. So let's take some more cards for you. I take what is the gateway. What's opening up with this change? Mending bridges. And I heal rifts, I am mender. So you have to just kind of maybe go back, because I talked about this again. I think you don't want to talk about past much because this is ridiculous. It really is, because I feel never felt like this before. Anyway, to the past and going back and understanding your patterns, and where the insecurities come from, what is not, what needs are not met, and what are the new information and how it change your life. Let's see what else comes up for you. Elder. So it's something what you learned from the thing with people who are position of knowledge and who you learn from. You inherit their beliefs about life, and perhaps in some point in life it has gone like, no, I believe this and I don't, you know, disrespectful way, where you have to go back and mend that relationship and say, I'm sorry, that, you know, to actually go and listen what they have to say, because there's a truth in it. Because sometimes we think, oh, time has changed, and because the things are different. But there's a lot of things to learn from the past, from the ancestral line, and the knowledge what is proved over and over in time. So it's funny because if you look at the picture, it's also the stag and the fawn in here. So there is some changes coming and opportunities, but you need to mend bridges before you can move forward. So the next one is I'm using native spirit. Let's see what else information. So grandmother earth, so it's a earth magic and understanding where you're coming from, the old ways of being and traditions, and how those beliefs help you to help to change and ascend. Things what you inherited from home. How did you feel when you were a child? How can you mend now? How you can mend what you learned? What is your soul journey on this earth? What is your purpose? But everything, the way you're coming from, your home, in astrology I see. So where you're coming from and where you're going, it's connected, and how you use that information and what you learned on your way can bring a lot of opportunities, because you're the one who actually, like the smith, the fairy guide for you, you are making your reality with your actions, your thoughts, your everything, your feelings. So you decide, although you have inherited bunch of like beliefs and things, but you have the opportunity to change it. You have to speak up and be honest and not have a coughing attack like me. I don't actually, that was strange actually. And now let's take a couple of more, and then what else is there for a group one information? Confusion. You're very confused which way you should go, what you should do, what's the right decision. So it's also like you can see that there's like an egg, there is a raise, and there is like ascending of the spirits. Sometimes the confusion is important, but you need to ask those questions to find the clarity. But I feel with this group what I channel, because my throat chakra is really playing up, like all morning nothing, I was like channeling, but now I'm doing the reading, it's like but confusion is that you don't know which is right action, what is the right belief, but only going through and dumping that you're not good enough, or you don't have enough, or there will be never enough, and living in this poverty mindset. Switch that, try to work towards that, you switch it to abundance, because there are opportunities, change is coming, and luck is on your way, because the ladybird, you are forging the way that you want. You have to follow your path, because that's your path. You take along what people tell you, what you inherited, the beliefs, but you make your own belief based on what you know, what you learn on the way. And there is always new things what you will find out through relating to another people, different countries, different backgrounds. It's always constant learning through relating to another. And let's see the astrological aspect. What's happening here? And being confused is okay. Solar calm and clarify. So there's a confusion, but solar calm is saying clarify, ascend, find out, and the other one is 10th house authority. What you want to, because there was something to do with the career as well, that what you want to become, who you want to be, and climb that mountain. Because 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, a mountain goat who's climbing that, and you can see here are the mountains, and there's a climber, and there is, like, you know, the moon, which can be confusion, like here the ascending, and that one too, like, you know, the kind of thing. So I think what you need to do, take authority, climb your mountains, find a way, work it out piece by piece, reflect, work through the doubts, take on the advice from the people who have walked this way path before, the earth, but make your own judgment and beliefs. And speak up your truth. You're killing me by one. And to finish up, you got the bluebell and gratitude. Be grateful what you got. Be thankful what is good now. So again, switch off the poverty mindset. I don't have enough, because if you think that everything what you do is creation, then yeah, that's not the right way to do it. Transform your thoughts about things, energy, emerge with the beauty and grace from your cocoon. Take a time to reflect, be in a safe environment, mend the bridge, learn, reflect on what you have learned and how you can move on and how it benefits you in your situation and what you really truly believe. And the last, to finish up your reading, confident. Be confident within yourself, and the message here is you confuse confusion. You confuse confidence with ego. There is no shame in confidence. It's about knowing who you are, which is the sun and the way to go, and also the elders, where you're coming from, and the knowledge, grandmother earth. So it's all to do with that. It's about knowing who you are and what you want, and most importantly, having the courage to stand in your own power. So take the responsibility, be who you are, learn what you learned, and find your way, which is like be in your power, create your own, take the authority back. So this is all what I got. Oh yeah, and step out of this confused, like, you know, me blaming others, and, you know, poverty mentality that there is not enough biscuits for everyone, but there is, definitely is. So anyhow, this is all what I have for you now. Hopefully you got something out of it. And sorry about my cough fit. But definitely practice speaking your truth, and you express your needs. And yeah, and speak your truth. That's all. And bye for now. Hello everyone who chose the pile 2. This is your reading. This little fellow here, and this tarot card. Before I start the reading, I have to say something. When I did the reading, it's funny because when I first put the crystals in order, I had one order. Yesterday when I started working and picked again, it was another order. And today I, by mistake, created another order. But I find that I was channeling those messages that group 2 may want to watch also group 3, because there was some sort of connecting energies. Perhaps you have the message from both group. So it's up to you if you want to do that, but I found that this is what needs to be done. So we start with where you are on your journey right now. Are you in a cycle of your life? Where are you? Are you at the beginning? Are you at the end? Are you in the middle? And I use the big arcana cards for that, and then I will clarify them with the minor arcana. And I also have a couple of oracle cards which I start with to tell what's happening in regards to that. And your reading is about self-esteem and happiness, and works with the solar plexus. So the tarot card what you got is the Devil. And the channeled messages what I got from that is because I also had as a chakra card, I got the whole solar plexus, the whole information within that. So the Devil, it's a overpowering ego, needing to control everything, because inside you feel insecure. So it gives you more security when you can control, put chains on the things, and be the one who says how things are. But it's not really healthy, because then you're not actually really secure. You can't control everything or anyone really, because they have free will. Situation that you feel you have no control over. It's also that you are controlled by some situation, nor you can escape. Influences, habits, or choices that you tie you down, and need to build confidence and heal from old traumas. That's what was the channel message, what I got. But the thing is, if you look at the picture, both of the the Devil is all over them, but also they have like the chain, but it's quite loose. They could break free if they only wanted to. It's also like, because there is a male and female, it's duality, there is an elemental balance, what is important, the fire to follow the right thing, what you need. So the water God's what I got is harmony. So, and the wisdom to be wise and understand that everything needs to be in balance in the relation, that everything has to work in harmony. Create a harmony in all aspects of your life. It is greatest virtue, as the author says. Devil as well can, you know, like talk about sexual relationships and also the use of substitutes. But when I first saw that as well is also fears. Actually, there's a lot of fears in terms of whatever that may be at the moment. The situations where you don't really feel confident and lack of confidence and healthy self-esteem and then acting out of ego, which needs to be healed, and you need to be in harmony with whatever you are, the environment and the other people in your environment and who you're relating to. Therefore, the next card is the fairy realm, you know, Q, what is it is all about. The Ghost Emerald Princess is a communication relationship work to be done. So it is relationships. You need to, because on the picture you can see that there is like a spider web and she has waving that web and it's on the end of it. So she has to make, and also you got the butterflies here, with significance change. So she needs to make a decision, like she looks in the future. Yeah. She needs to make a decision what she's gonna do to continue the way and healing and finding the way to communicate what she needs, or she decides to release herself from these relations or situations what tie her down, facing her shadow, because devil can be your shadow, temptation, what is maybe perhaps not so good for you, but it's tempting, right? Like sex with somebody who's perhaps not good for you is tempting if you have a good chemistry, for example. But it's maybe not good for your well-being. So with that communication part, you have to take your business somewhere else. Like, you know, either continue where you're at, or you taking back your bags and say bye to the things what not working and take your business somewhere else and start new web. Breakdown in the communication that, you know, like actually perhaps the misunderstandings create that not being on the same line. And not understanding each other in the relationship creates the breakdown. But your decision is, are you confident enough to talk about your faults and your you know, fears and all that, or you just, you know, just leave it and go away without talking? And I don't think that is the best way to do it. And there's the next one is the shadow, and there is a moon cycle, so it's an all cycle what you're going through. The shadow is the phase of the moon where you create you will have a new perspective, because in the darkness sometimes you will have a new perspective. You need to follow your dreams. You need to use the time wisely, because also moon is the cycle is normally 28 days, but you need to use the time wisely. and allow the childlike magic flow in your life. Believe that things can change. Believe that you can achieve what you want. So your animal guide on this case is, guess what? Butterfly! You already had the butterflies here. Significant change. And maybe you have tried to sort this out before, because it's, on that card is three butterflies. Maybe not, but it's all, yes, there's a lot of things what's changing in your life. But 3 is a significant number, because 12 goes to 3 as well. It's the Empress, nurturing your needs, as well as 3 as well is very creative and celebrating number. So butterfly brings a change. It's an air element. Butterfly symbolize the change and brings the change. And the message on this card deck was saying that every stage of your life holds significance in changing who you are meant to become. So whatever you're going through, even those difficult situations and controlling and the needs and then like the darkness and whatever that may be, what you're going through, it is necessary for your own growth and for that who you become. It's part of the evolution of you. So, and your fairy guide is Queen of Hearth and Home. So it says welcome, courtesy and graciousness. And it says ability to be at home in any environment. That means that you be changeable, adaptable to the things, what happens in your life, and be able to be home at any situation. Like, my home is where I am. Like, not to be attached to people's situation, because that's the attachments what we're talking about here with the devil, because sometimes it is not, even when you know that it's not quite good for you, that those relationships or situations, but because they're familiar, you still stay attached, because it takes courage and strength and confidence, which we talk about this one, the solar plexus, to move on and leave unhealthy situation behind you. So let's which way I was doing it. I think I'm going to do that, clarify the devil, because it was the main message first. One. Offers in romantic kind or emotional kind, what's coming to your way, or you going to offer someone something. Oh, okay. And then actually not feelings and needs not being met, and you're looking for the happiness, and maybe you're doing that, you found something what you're attracted to, but looking for the Page of Swords is like looking for options and trying to figure out what is it that you actually need, and that ties down as well the moon, a dark moon, and the change, and being on the edge of your spider web. But I think it's leaving behind unhealthy love affairs or promises or whatever, because it's not fulfilling emotionally, not fulfilling, and being like home with that change, and because those relationships have not been harmonious, and you become to that realization that You cannot control another person, you just need to let it go. Let's see what's gateway, but you're letting go, but it's very hard to do so. And it's proceeding softly, harmoniously, softly. And my inner power grows in the moments of quietude. So take a time to step back, reflect, and what is it that you need to do in order. There's also path on this card here, that you know which path to take, a harmonious way. It kind of reminds me of course, this one as well. This is kind of a path, and this card has a path too. So which path to take? What do I stay? Do I go? Do I heal the situation that so it can change, or am I going elsewhere, leaving past behind and saying goodbye? So this is the process what you're going through. But am I acting from ego or my highest good? Am I strong enough? Am I confident enough? But this card, because you also had happiness, this card talks about searching for that happiness, because after 8 is 9 of Cups, and that significance all your wishes come true. In this case, I strongly think it's to do with your emotional life, emotional relationships, sexual kind of relationships, the harmony and how it works. But there is change, and sometimes when you talk, it's not that easy to clearly to see, but you will as well, because you're forced to. Let's see what else is coming up for you. Tracker. Tracker is again a path, and tracking the path and looking where to go and what you find as signs, what we talked before, just following the flow. Follow the flow, see where it goes. Let's take one more information for you. And challenges on the way, how you deal with the challenges, how you overcome those ones, how you proceed softly even though the track is challenging, how to face the change, how you still keep the harmony and build on the confidence. Let's see what else. Got 2. 12th house is a lot to do with dream states, unconditional, like unconditional mind. That's what I want to say. That's where it's like a graveyard where everything ends and dies, and also rebirth at the same time. And again, double confirmation for you. Uranus brings a change. It can be sudden change, but the change... Uranus is a planet what normally doesn't do much. It sits there wherever it placed, moves around, but when it activates, then everything will be upside down. Like your life, like, woo! 180 degrees or even 360 degrees of astrological point is changed, but I think it's 180 because it's like upside down, it's opposite. So yeah, so it's just kind of like introspection as well, like kind of going inwards, understanding in the dark, what is it that you need? Because what is it that you need to be offered by life, by relationships? What is it that is missing at the moment? How to be free from your needs to control and to be controlled. Why you, if you are in a controlling situation, why you agree with that, or if you want to control others, why do you want to do so? So yeah, things are changing, sudden changes happening, and definitely be ready, like, because your world will be shaken up. So final messages to wrap up your reading. Let's see your flower. It's an orange blossom, and it says enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic. The way I can say it, because yeah, English is not my first language, so at the moment I can't pronounce that word. Oops. Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Yep. Maybe it's wrong, maybe we're right. Sometimes I have the issue like I can't say things, but anyway, the best can be here. Believe it. Just believe it. Yep. Oh, dance. Dance and feel good. Allow yourself to have some fun each day, just as the sun dances with the moon each night. Ooh. It's kind of this sun and the moon, or you know. Let's dance and make it happen. Be in harmony, male and female sides. And the final message of your reading today. Bravery. And that means it's time to reel in your warrior spirit. Not all conflicts has to be fight. The wise warrior will choose the battles carefully, weighing up risks on the road to achievement, and that's that, which is the darkness. You sit there, what is the best way to do it, how to proceed softly, how to face challenging, how to bring on a change, but in a harmonious way, how to deal with the change and make a decision where to go, to stay or to go. I hope that it made sense. And that's all I have for you, and see you next time. Bye for now. Hello, beautiful people who chose the number 3. This is your reading. That's your crystal, and that is your pack of the tarot cards. Take what you chose. So we're gonna see where you stand at the moment. Your sign is Scorpio, which significantly says rebirth. And I chose a crown chakra to go with that. And also what I need to mention is that when I was doing the piles, somehow there was a mix-up, and I feel that when I was channeling those messages for the piles, that the number 2 and number 3 may be connected. So my advice for you, if you feel like that you were called to do both crystals or whatever, then read both. But I think it would be beneficial for you to watch both pile 2 and 3, because there is some connecting information maybe that you need. But that's just what I felt. I made a note in my notebook here. So let's start with where you are at your journey. In your tarot card, Big Arcana is Hangman. Hangman, overall, when I was writing down all the things, I got at that time for reflection. Take the time, stop and reflect. It's also can significantly signify the spiritual awakening, but it is kind of a standstill, which forces you to see things or situation more in a different perspective, because hangman upside down, so see the opposite side of the same thing. Allow, because there is the chakra cards what I chose is a guidance, and it says support, love, signs and direction. So for your own personal growth, and funny because it's hangman who is hanging from the tree, and on the guidance card it's like a little tree and, you know, compass and the sun and the moon, balance, which way to go, how to proceed. And also like how to activate transformation, because after this hangman, and this deck actually it's called selflessness, which way to go. After the 12 is 13, which is like death, and it's definitely a transformation. So hangman, the messages that I channeled. It's spiritual awakening, standstill, sacrifice, allow support what is offered, find love in any situation, follow signs to find direction, connecting to your spiritual guides. Your situation is guided by a spirit. The water healing cards I have are done healing, autonomic, nerve, haro, and affection. So it's important to show what you're affectionate about, where your affection stands actually. But in that description book is very little, like couple of words what the guy has given to as an explanation of the cards. So it's like a affections / hatred. So it's just the balance as well, what I told you about before, the sun and the moon on this card, right? That, you know, you need to find the tenderness and the flow between two and the scales of the Libra, just, you know, like to make them equal. So as a fairy messenger or message, what you got is a Midnight Prince. This card talks about ask what you want and be honest. So what you need to figure out at the moment through the reflection time, which direction to go, and what you need to understand is what you really truly want from life, from anything, what you're facing right now. And also like the wishes or decisions what you make, which direction to go, takes you closer to who you really are and who you're supposed to be. You need to focus on the thoughts and actions, emotions and interests that serve your best interest. Your wishes will become true, but you know what, only if you know what to ask for, and also they will come true when it is the right thing, the right path. So normally wishes come true, but does it bring you closer to... That's why there's a saying, be careful what you wish for, because sometimes if you don't take the time to reflect and you make the wish anyway, and you think, oh yeah, definitely this is, and not listen to any guidance or gut instinct or whatever, and yes, this is what I want. But sometimes we don't really know what is best for us, so we need to... There's a free will, but also take the guidance and then take the time to think about it and reflect what's actually happening. Not being like in a bull or stubborn Aries kind of energy that, no, this is what I want. And the child like boom, like, no, I know what I want and you cannot tell me anything else. So you got the energies, the shadow. So for you, the shadow side of the moon takes the opportunity to see things clearly. So you will get a new perspective. It's all about perspective on your case, because hangman, and also like sacrifice, what you give up, you know, what will change when you get the new perspective. The time is important because we're talking about the moon cycle. I don't know how many, but things are always shifting and changing. Your feelings are shifting and changing. Nothing stays constant. Use your time wisely as well is the thing, but it's just kind of like finding that in the shadow time you follow your instinct because you can't see anything, but when in the full moonlight everything looks different, as in the daylight is different, night is different. So it's kind of like really taking the time to reflect what is important for you. There's also the other card what I have, the Selkie. She's a shape shifter, and it brings that, you know, she feels that you are your freedom is compromised, there is loss of self-control, that somehow those direction is that you have to stay true to yourself and not allow anybody to compromise that. Your animal kind in this situation is a woodpecker, so searching and creating those opportunities with your wishful thinking and following the guidance of others or your inner intuition, and because your spirit guides talk through your intuition or gut feeling. And the woodpecker talks about opportunity. The more open you are receiving new things, more chances you have to succeed. So be open-hearted. And the fairy guide, what you got is the Elven Knight. And the Elven Knight talks about leadership. Asking you, what is your heart actually truly yearning? Are you yearning for something or someone? It's very powerful motivational energy. So what motivates you? Like, you need to reflect on like which direction you want to go, what motivates you. You need to take a time to allow healing to happen, and also find the balance between affection and hatred, those feelings, love and hate. So that is what I have here, and it's also like through that is a rebirth, which is the main topic. Let's clarify the Hangman with another additional 3 tarot cards from your deck from Minor Arcana. Alright, you have everything to do with where your mind is at. Knight is like expressing yourself and speak your truth. Queen of Swords is like being clear in your mind, and also communication, just say it. But the Three of Swords is like conflict and heartache, that, you know, like what you're actually maybe experiencing in your mind that is not actually that bad situation, but the words what is said within the conversations, arguments, and how to make a clear cut and how to understand what it has been said and communicated. So healing is very important. Again, affection and hatred, and finding the tenderness to solve that problem through the quiet reflection and listening to the guide. what you truly wish for, the things to develop. And the bottom of the deck is as well the Four of Coins, which is like, don't hold yourself back, because you tend to not to express what you really truly mean. Let's see what else we got. Proceeding gently, proceeding softly, and see, definitely listen to the pile 2 as well. So anyway, it's time to take have a cup of tea, reflect, and see how you can proceed softly and without the fight, without the heartbreak. Moving forwards, opportunities, what do you wish for? How not to control somebody, give the freedom to yourself and others. Answering the call. So wherever you, if you take a time to reflect and listen to what you want, that's also the Midnight Prince and the Guidance and the Hangman, that, you know, like, what is calling for your soul, where you want to go, what is it that you truly want. So you have to follow your soul's call, wherever it might lead you. I see the astrological, oh, it jumped out. Dignified and the Strength, but I take one more. Okay, and Change. I didn't even shuffle, so it just jumped out. And it is on the bottom of the deck is relationships. So it's like, I think it's like finding your own strength and change the way you communicate. There's a lot to do with communication, but decide what you want, where you want to, what you want to achieve, who you want to be, what you want to do. But it is important that you proceed softly, taking your time, not rushing, because Hangman definitely is not rushed energy. But answering the call, to hear the call, is to take the quiet moment, building up your strength and change, and ask for what you truly want. That's what the Midnight brings. Oh no. Like this card deck. There is the Growth, what just jumped out. I take another one. In your pile, everything just jumped out like, bah! A little impatient, are we? It's like, I'm gonna change. Take your time. Oh my goodness, this card, like, deck is like, calm. I need to calm. I need to calm. I need to calm. Okay, let's see. Ancestral wisdom, that's the guides, spirit guides, maybe, perhaps. And there's also on the bottom of the deck is return to the country. Anyway, what I get from this is the ancestral healing as well. The relationship, what you've had before. Non-controlling, unconditional love, and also what you learned and what there is to learn on the journey. Through that you can grow, and guidance, support, signs and direction. So let's wrap it up, your reading. Foxglove, and it says confidence, be what you want to see. So this is also like going very well with this one, that what you want, ask what you want, and also like be what you want to be, decide that. because then you can ask for it, and you can ask the opportunities, which the woodpecker here with the fiery presence is like, tell me what you want and I will create the opportunities for you. And trust. Trust that everything works for your best interest. And Robin trusts her wings, not the branch. She sits on trust yourself, not don't rely on anybody else. Trust that you have a good judgment, but therefore you need to sit, reflect, and answer the call, what your soul is telling you. Ask what you need, honor your own calling, and take what is given, the advice, but still the guidance, but still act from your center of your soul. And the final, to wrap it all up for you, is responsibility. Yay! So responsibility. And responsibility is like, take a responsibility for your actions. Become discriminate about the people you choose to help. There are too many people in your life who don't take responsibility for themselves and instead rely on you sort it out for them. So take a responsibility for yourself, but also let others take the responsibility for their actions. Trust what is right for you. Be confident and figure it out. What is it that you wish for? What is your true direction? What you want? Where's your strengths and growth? And answer your call for sure. So that's your reading today. Hopefully it brought some light on your situation. And I will see you next time. Bye for now. Hello people who chose the fourth pile and this lovely Carnelian and that Tarot deck. This is a reading for you, and your group is actually talking about emotional warmth in the heart chakra and past life recall. Either past from this life or past life, if you believe in that. Take it as it resonates. So this one, the question of where are you at the moment, the answer is judgment. So in the moment where you're actually judging where you at, what's happening in your life, and your chakra card is love, where you at the love, what you love, and the message what I channeled for you is like, judge through your loving heart, be kind, giving and receiving love, power. That's the other one, which is like a power card, which is like love and thanks. So it all about talks about power of love and gratitude. So the kindness and sharing and receiving, so giving and receiving, see that there is a balance, act from love, and be grateful what you got. But it's all about you sitting there and thinking about love, what love means to you, how you like to love and how you like to be loved back, being grateful things and people who you have around. There's a lot of like reflecting periods, because it's like the next, it's kind of an end of the cycle where you're at, because next thing is world. So it's just, you know, like reflecting before taking a step forward. So I'm gonna clap, no, not yet. Let me see the tiger. So am I doing this way? No, actually. Well, there is a tiger, but I talk about the tiger in a minute. So the fairy card, or the information from fairy realm, fey realm, yeah. It's like that, you know, like if you look at the picture, she walks through the woods and she feels a little bit scared. It's a stranger in a stranger land. Perhaps you have found yourself in a very strange situation, relationships where you're getting to know someone and you don't really understand how the mind works, how they are, and it makes you a little bit confused. But also, like, new experiences, you experience yourself in a new way, and it also makes you a little bit scared and unconfident, feeling uncertain, transition zone. So you transitioning from one to another, so you in between, so you crossing the bridge, or yeah. So it's pretty interesting that, you know, like, but you have to keep your heart open, even though it's scary. She still keeps going though. It brings the change, will bring change and growth. And you are actually out of your natural comfort zone. So yeah, so it's this kind of being open, vulnerable state. But still keep going. That's the main message. And even if you're scared, but therefore the next thing was the tiger. I was quite surprised when it came up. Not really surprised, because normally it is in harmony. And the tiger talks about it's very territorial, solitary, and stays in one place. It goes and hunts and socializes when it hunts. But many people call upon tigers, the tiger's energy, over to overcome the obstacles, reclaim personal power. So that's the journey for you, to overcome obstacles and reclaim your personal power. You are changing the way you are and what's surrounding you. It's kind of like stand your ground, stand up for what you love. Be thankful what is given to you, but do not back down. Stand for what you love, because people are bullies and they will push you. And now it's not the time to show your weaknesses. Love is not weakness. Caring is not weakness. But you can not walk all over the people, but you can stand your ground by loving manner and be assertive. Assertiveness is another thing what comes up to my mind. Your spirit helper, animal helper, is the eagle. And the first thing when I look at the eagle, it's air, and you know, it flies high. See the bigger picture, because at the moment when you're walking through the woods, you only see the woods, but you can't see above because you're in the woods, right? See the bigger picture. Different perspective is needed, and that's why the transition as well. True strength is displayed in the recovery process, not in the action. So if somebody has done something to you, the true strength is how you overcome whatever has occurred. And it needs a lot of strength from your behalf. Be grateful of the situations, whatever has happened, and don't be afraid, and call upon the tiger and move forwards, move through this difficult situation for you. So your fairy helpers, because you got two. You have a Tink, ta-da, and she's like, hey, can you stand on your grounds? I might be small, but I'm strong and I will not budge. Tink is like all about independence, freedom of expression to say what she thinks. Look at her face. And standing her ground and saying that, no, this is what I want, this is what I need, and the same with the tiger. So you have two helpers here to help you through that, and the eagle as well, that give you the strength to recover. And Tink also says, stand up for yourself and tell what you need. I think You don't know, you give a lot of love to everybody, but you're not actually asking anything back, and you're not expressing, and this creates imbalance. So therefore you need to have a courage and strength to actually go and say, wait a minute, I actually need this or that. So, and then the other one is the dreaming. And dreaming is an important part of your life, because everything starts from a dream, what you want to achieve. It's a creative thoughts, imagination, and permission to dream. So this is where everything starts, like ideas, what you want to manifest and all that. So it's important to stand up for your dreams too. If somebody says that you can't be an artist, or I don't know, plumber, or musician, whatever that may be, nobody knows that. The only way to know that is to actually go and try. If they say you can't be something or you can't go somewhere, try. The best thing is to just try. And yeah, if you fail, you fail. If you don't, you don't. And you know, there is a divine path anyways. But no, you have right for your dreams. You know, what you feel, what you love, and follow that path. Stand your ground. Remember the tick and the roaring tiger. Alright, let's clarify what else is there for you. But I start with clarifying the tarot card first. And see take another 3 to see what extra information is there. So first of all is like, you know, looking for your happiness. Although you don't feel that unhappy because it was reversed. Normally I don't take the reversal, but I do it today. 8 of Cups is like looking for what your needs are, because the moon stands for the needs. And what is it? This dude is sitting here on the rock, looking at the mountains, challenges, and also the moon over here. What is I don't know if it's dude or the person, let's put it this way. I don't know if it's a female, male, non-gender, I don't know. So it's a person, let's assume it's a person, that's looking at challenges, doubts about the path ahead and what the needs are. 7 of Cups talks about desires and not able to make a decision, so you need to take time to reflect and remove all the masks and face your fears, which is this one, and it's exactly what it talks about here and here and here. That like face your fears, remove your masks and be honest. And 5 of Pentacles is like release yourself from lack mentality and things what is not very fruitful for you in a physical sense, the suffering, all that in a physical plane. Therefore you need to move forwards. You need to find a better and more fertile soil for your dreams and your well-being. Let's see the gateway. And you got breaking barriers, and I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. And it's totally tells me about, you know what I mean, limitations, because this card can, you know, the barren trees here, and this card definitely talks about that. So you're breaking barriers, but you need to take a time and prepare yourself that the journey is not going to be easy, because you're not used to stand your ground. You are a little bit unsure how to do it. because you've accepted the situation before the way it is. But if you're following your heart and acting from your loving love center and be grateful what you got, that should be okay. Medicine bag, what is for coming to your aid, and sweat lodge, that's where you go and you know, kind of have visions and sweating everything out. Medicine bag, it's a healing from what you need for the healing to move on, and what you need to let go, because sweat is also like letting go of the toxins and stuff like that. Let's see the astrological one. You. Ninth house, exploration. You need to go for it's kind of like goes well with this one, to go and explore what is available for you and what you love. If you don't know what you love at the moment, what you want to do in your life, then it's time to go for a little expedition and find out and reflect, do I like it, do I not like it, and then, you know, like, if you don't, you like some other route, and so it's a kind of exploration a little bit as well. Travel is indicated, new locations, new connections, all that. And stillness. It's funny, it's a travel but stillness, but I think the stillness comes from actually standing still, like here, standing still and actually reflect. What is it? Take an action, reflect. Take an action, reflect, and make those judgments. Is it working for me? Is it not working for me? And so on. And there's a lighthouse. Where does your heart want to go? What's calling for you? Yeah, following your heart. And funny enough, it actually is a ninth house is also adventure, because it's ruled by Jupiter. So it's all about travel and adventure and discovery, and discovering new things, new lands, new people, new traditions. And this is also like the growth triple moon in the middle here. So it actually growth and being in different stages throughout the life, different choices in front of you, but you need to be totally honest with yourself, standing your ground. What is it that you want? Remove your mask and face your fears. Take a chance, pretty much, like, even if it's scary, but moving out of your comfort zone, not doing what you always have done, but doing something new, even if the new people are a little bit scary or the situation is a little bit scary, but you learn to know and figure out why they have come to your life. You know, what is the message and what you need to learn. So to wrap it up, let's see. Cactus flower. Endurance. Hold on, you can do this. Stand your ground, you can do this. You can go through the scary forest, you can do this. You have a light. Take a time to reflect. Explore. Have a tiger and an eagle on your side, and dare to dream. Where is it that you want to go? Let's see what else. Teach what you learned, or find a teacher who can teach you something. Inspire others and nature. Let nature be your greater teacher. So through the woods, through the natural following things, Let other people to teach you something, but also teach others what you learn on your way. And the final message for you is creativity. That's your message. And it says, there are ways dealing with the situation without giving away the power, your power. Yeah. Think of creative methods in which you can be heard and maintain your dignity. Stand your ground. And dreaming, which is to do with creative thoughts. Yeah. Act from my heart. Healing, be it in stillness, open heart center, reflect, breaking barriers, breaking away from things that do not work, leave the unhealthy and unsupportive situation behind, explore your options, which is with this one. So yeah, and that's all I have for you today. So thank you for joining me, and I see you next time. Bye for now.